Offshore investing and its benefits. Offshore investment can include any circumstances where speculators reside outside the nation in which they contribute. This practice is mainly used by financial experts for elevated total assets because there are significant costs and expenses to operate offshore documents. The development of documents in a nation where investors plan to invest may involve offshore investment. Tax advantages, protection of assets and privacy include advantages. The media often criticize offshore investment, showing tax evasion. Investors reserve their money illegally with some dark organization, firm. Whereas the facts show that obscure agreements will surely occur, most offshore investments are entirely legitimate. What are the benefits of offshore banking? Privacy policy. Secrecy law provides for the added advantage of several offshore jurisdictions. These nations have implemented legislation creating rigid confidentiality between companies and banks. If this confidentiality is violated, the offending party will suffer severe implications. Customer identities are an illustration of a violation of banking confidentiality. This secrecy and protection, however, does not imply that offshore investors are criminals who cover something or their motives are suspicious. Also, it is essential to note that in clear cases of drug trafficking, money laundering or other illicit activities, offshore regulations will allow identity disclosure. However, it can provide a major financial and legal advantage in terms of keeping information, like the identity secrets of an investor while building up public company stocks from a high-profile investor perspective. Benefits of tax. Many nations call tax havens to give international investors tax incentives. In an offshore nation, the favorable fiscal rates are intended to encourage a good investment climate that draws wealth from outside. An attractive investor can dramatically boost economic growth in a comparatively small nation with very few resources and a small population. Asset protection. Offshore centers are common places for reorganization asset ownership. Individual property owners may be transmitted through trusts, foundations or a current corporation. Many individuals who deal with legal proceedings, creditors or debt collectors decide to relocate some of their assets from their private property in an organization. Investment diversification. Regulations limit citizens' global possibilities for investment in some nations. Many investors believe this limitation impedes the creation of an investment portfolio that is truly diverse. Flexible offshore accounts offer investors unlimited access to all significant exchanges and global markets.